Hello, everybody. Good morning. This is Fanny. I hope you're doing great. I'm not having a great morning. I was looking at the news. I had a stomachache. Um, what's going on in Ukraine right now? Like, how is this even real? Like, what Russia is doing right now? The military going to literally bomb train stations and civilians and killing and raping people and torturing and like if someone would do that to someone else in the street, we would go right away and put them to jail. So what is really going on? Why the European Union is talking about, putting a veto on oil and stuff, but come on now, in August, like this is right now that they need the help. And the thing is, I don't understand why all the countries don't just go and stop the military. So and it's crazy because last night, like it's like, look, last night I was cleaning up my son's Legos and the train, right, and the train track, and I had everything on the floor. I still need to clean up. See, I went and cleaned everything up, and I was thinking about that. This is what we need to do. We need to go and clean up that place, like put all these militaries and mostly the head, right, whoever is giving the orders, put them to jail. Um, the problem is you can't just go to Russia and kill everybody because they have civilians, innocent civilians. Most of the Russian people are actually on riots and opposing themselves to the conflict. Okay, and by the way, the militaries, I'm pretty sure they're on drugs. Okay, you can't go straight shoot at people like that if you're not on drugs. I don't think they're as strict as they are here in the US in the military in Russia. Okay, when soldiers have to go through the cold, through all these extreme conditions, I'm pretty sure they're on stuff. So you can't really reason people that are on drugs. Okay, um, that's the first thing. Then you have to be careful with the civilians, the innocent people. You can't just wipe out a country and just like they are doing in Ukraine. Like you can't um, solve the problem by doing the same thing they're doing. Okay. The thing is, why is it not that easy to go and get him? Because these countries, they have the nuclear weapon. Okay. So if they feel threatened at the highest level, the last resort that they have, they're going to go and start trying to use that against the others that are attacking us. So they're kind of like keeping the world hostage right now, that they're trying to think they can do whatever they want and go and kill people and that there will be no consequences. This is why it's so important that we just remove the nuclear weapons. If there was no nuclear weapons, there couldn't be no war. Think about it. If there was no nuclear weapons in the world, which is the most damaging thing, there's literally no way to turn back from that. Like even the nuclear weapons from Japan and from the Second World War, like the areas are still completely destroyed, like miles and hundreds of miles, like away. It's even able to move the trajectory of the Earth, okay, the orbit of the Earth itself. So this is impossible that we keep that, because once you remove those, no one can blackmail each other. If one of the countries is acting completely crazy, all the other countries can come and stop them. Okay, this is the only thing that's allowing people to behave a certain way, and for the other ones to be kind of like, do we do it? Do we don't? Do we interfere with, because of that? So this is why I'm stressing this. And but right now, like, no, this should not be even allowed in the world anymore. This is crazy. So yeah, the technology is so important nowadays. I saw that actually the Navy, they're doing new researches now on free energy, right? How to store wind and solar energy nowadays, in smaller um, containers, units, and stuff like that. So we won't need to have all these machines and equipments, less and less, right? It's going to be more organic nowadays. It doesn't mean like I said, like for me, bombs, they should just the only reason why we should have bombs is in case there would be an asteroid coming to Earth and we need to bomb this thing to avoid it to crash here, or if you need to destroy your building and rebuild something over it, right, as a construction. Besides that, I don't know why we have all these destruction weapons. This is just an invitation to create the conflict. Like people who are bored over there and they're just like, oh, what are we gonna do now? Life is getting too nice and comfortable and easy. How about we go like bomb some people? Like, you know, oh, what do we pay all these military guys? Like, come on, let's have them go and kill some people. Seriously. Like there is so much more you can use your workforce, right, for, like researches and building instead of destroying. That just drives me crazy. Well, you know what? That makes me feel a lot better about all the things that we complain about every day, like our worries and like, oh, my house is dirty. Like some people don't even have a house. So yeah, that's just, I don't understand. I don't understand. And most of the people on the news, they were like, I don't understand what's going on. So I'm telling you, for me, and it's the train stations, they're bombing the train stations and stuff. For me, this conflict is about underground stations, underground facilities. There is lands of interest that Russia doesn't want to give up. Okay, I think they have like underground cities or tunnels or things like that. That Russia needs to have access to and that Ukraine is protecting. And so he's throwing a tantrum because he wants to keep his access to it. That's my opinion. And then, I don't know, this is just speculation, but when I trust my intuition, because when I see exactly things that are happening, like literally last night, I was pouring all these train tracks like on the floor and trying to put everything back in order. And this morning when I saw the images of the train station and everything like this on the floor, and now you have to clean up everything, I was like, that is crazy. This is like simultaneously that was happening there, I was doing that. Like we don't realize we are so in tune with the collective energies. We embody them all the time. There is always a reason why you decide to go to that store. Why do you decide to clean up that night instead of going somewhere else? Like we have to trust our intuition. And that's just crazy. So see, now it's I cleaned up. I'm gonna show. So yeah, cleaned up those. So hopefully we get to get these cleaned up as well. Get some laser tags here, and exploration and discovery, and some Disney World things, because despite all of that, we still need to believe in fairy tales and peace in the world, right? Sending some I'm gonna send some healing. You see, this painting was actually, I'm gonna show you this painting. Yeah, this one has a fire letter, and it's a healing talisman for the world, right? To bring more peace and collective healing and balance, harmony. And it's kind of like Sanskrit, so there is something probably with India as well. Yeah, inscription. You see how it looks almost like Sanskrit inscriptions. I think there is a lot of coded messages into all of that as well. But all right, that was just my little morning thing. Not don't watch the news, but at the same time, you can't just ignore what's happening in the world. Like, yeah. Well, we're coming.